Welcome to the race by race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Paul Lally's here with all of the selections. We're on the C course and the first race gets underway at 6:40 local time. We have a Class 4 with Jumbo Treasure, top weight once again. Run Smart has the cheek pieces going on. Better draw for Endued. 7-day backup for New Power. Wider draw for Exceed the Wish. Iron Legion has the blinkers off. Noble Goer's had 2 trials since we last saw him. The speed here, Paul, comes from the top weights.
Yeah, look, he didn't lead last time. He did sit handy, but I think he will go straight to the lead here, and he looks the only leader in the race. Iron Legion can be a little bit more closer from a better draw. New Power likes to go forward without leading. Autumn Delight, he just might need a bit of luck from his wide draw. Bunter Baby likewise. Middle King was a better run from him, as it was from Shotgun. And Jude should get back with Exceed the Wish. Run Smart. And the first starter, Top to Sky, has been a little bit slower in a couple of his trials.
Our first replay features New Power, who did have a start following this last week. But Jumbo Treasure, Paul, ended up running 4th here. He was very good winning at Shah 10. This was his first look around Happy Valley. Do you forgive this run and go again?
Yeah, definitely, because I don't think it was a bad run. I mean, Skycap wanted the lead and he did get it. The start before this, he led all the way at Shah 10 and beat Winning Vibes, who came out and was Loving Vibes, who came out and was very impressive at Happy Valley. So Bienvenue's coming out of this race and won as well. New Power's consistent. So look, I do like Jumbo Treasure in this.
It's a good start for him. Our second replay is Shotgun, who's only lightly tried 5th last time. This is just his 4th start since arriving, and his best one, or certainly one of his best ones.
Yeah, I thought it was a good run from him. You can see him along the inside there. He's had 4 starts prior to this. He looks like he sort of found his niche here at Happy Valley. He's drawn barrier number 1. Look, he a little bit one pace at the end, but still a good enough run. I'll put him in on a very minor line here.
No need to go past the top one, though.
Yeah, I like him. Race 1, number 1. I think we get off to a good start here with Jumbo Treasure. New Power, the main danger. A good run last night from Metal King. He's another one that's on the improve, and he should map well. And then Shotgun on the minor line. 1, 7, 6, 10.
Paul's best is up nice and early. Race 1, number 1, Jumbo Treasure. And race number 2 is over the 1,650 metres. It's a Class 5 with Confringo on the class drop and wearing the visor once again. Polar Fighter cheek pieces off, blinkers go back on. Wide draw again for USS Constitution. Verbier's racing well, but a wide draw. Perfect Peach pacifiers off, blinkers and tongue tie re-added. Miles Away has the blinkers off, and Cool Blue's a last start winner. Carries an extra £5 for the victory, but you think Verbier, Paul, will have the speed to cross?
Yeah, look, he set up some pretty fast sectionals when he won 2 starts ago, backed it up with that 4, so I can see him easily getting across. Ninja Derby's been going forward in his races. He'll need a bit of luck from his wide draw. Smiling Emperor, another one that's going forward. Medic Elite's drawn low, he can get a perfect run in behind. Sterling Wong Choi, not too far away. And as you say, Cool Blue, last start winner. They're 3 back on the inside.
And here is that victory. He hasn't been with Chris So for too long and broke through at double figures last time. Good draw, bit of extra weight. Is he one of these horses you think can go back to back, or you want to see him do it again before you get too confident?
Yeah, I want to see him do it again. He's a 25 start maiden prior to this. As you say, Chris So has got him now. He's had a few stables, this horse. Look, it was obviously, he did win here off a 19 rating. Can he do it again? I'm not so sure.
That is a Cool Blue. Now, the likely leader in the race, Verbier, will have to cross down from a wide gate. He has had a start since this. Windicator Family's been top 4 all starts when it comes to Class 5. Do that pair figure around the money?
I've got these 2 as the Quinella, actually. I thought Windicator Family could turn the tables here from his barrier number 3. He can be a lot closer in the run. But Verbier, look, this is what I was talking about. He can set up some pretty fast sectionals out in front of this horse. So even though he's drawn wide, I still think he'll get to the front before that first bend.
And Medic Elite doesn't normally do too much first up. He's run 3rd here. Second up record's quite good. And looking at the speed map, is probably going to get a pretty similar trip to what he got this night.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, he's a horse that loves his racing, that's for sure. Drawn a barrier number 1, Keith Young aboard. Keith did ride him here when he ran 3rd behind California Moxie. Just the 3-time winner from his 55 starts, though, but numerous placings thrown in there.
That is a breakdown of the replays. We know the Quinella, but what's the order again?
Yeah, I'm going to go Windicator Family to beat Verbier. That for me, that's the Quinella. Throw Medic Elite in there for third. He's quite a consistent horse. And then Smiling Emperor there on a minor line. 4, 7, 12 and 2.
A win for Matthew Poon for Paul in race number 2 with Windicator Family. The gates stay at the 1650 for race 3, but we go up to a Class 4 race with Thesis racing well at the top of the book. Written Casses on the class drop as a crossover noseband on for the first time. Figo Pumpkin did improve 3 lengths between his first 2 starts. Crossover noseband off Celestial Patch. Soaring Bronco, 2 starts, 2 placings, course and distance. Gallant Crown has the blinkers off, and California Moxie Paul comes up in grade as a Class 5 winner last time out.
Yeah, good to see him finally win a race, California Moxie. Now, he went back when he did win that race and made a mid-race move, so he could quite easily do something similar in this if the pace isn't on. But Lucky Banner does like to lead. Flying Road can get a nice run. Gallant Crown. Soaring Broncos, he's only won the 1, but he's consistent. Written Casa, Leslie there as well. And I think Thesis was 3 wide last time. He's going to get a lot better run from barrier number 2.
And here he is, a Thesis. He did a great job to get as close as what he did to winning this race. Lucky Banner's now eligible for the class drop, but going around here with the lighter weight. Owner's Praise good 2 starts ago. Couldn't back it up this night. But can Thesis go one better this week?
I think he can. Look, I think what they'll do is they'll get back early and then they'll just sneak runs through the inside during the race and then put himself into a winning position. Look, he was just beaten on the bob by Ivy League here. But before the post, he was in front. After the post, he was in front. On the post, he wasn't. But he was 3 wide all the way and he had excuse there. Otherwise, he might have won by half a length.
That is Thesis. Seacourse 2 should mean he'll get inside runs when they fan off the last bend. Soaring Bronco 4th. He's pretty consistent. Just that 1 win on the board. Takes money with him at times, but he's done everything but win over the 1650 at Happy Valley.
Yeah, look, he's a one-time winner from his 19 starts. He's taken a lot of money with him, but he did win that race 4 starts ago at Sharton. He's had 3 starts since here at Happy Valley for a 2nd, a 3rd and a 4th. So he's one you could definitely entertain on a minor line. He's hard to have on a win line with just that 1 win.
It's an Inform Harmony Galaxy winning that race. California Moxie, you'd been with him. Then he wins last time in Class 5, so back up in grade. Harder this week, but a lighter weight. What have you done with him for this?
I'm going to put him in, but not on top. He's a horse that has been placed in Class 4 in the past, but look, he obviously showed his best when he got to Class 5. But sometimes he's a horse that can put 2 together. Look, I didn't think Cool Blue could do it in race 1, but I think he's capable. He's been around for a while now, since he was a Griffin, and he did win with a bit in hand there.
A Written Cass has certainly improved since that throat surgery. He's just struggled a bit up in Class 3. Instead, his last win in this grade, or last run in this grade, was a win for Written Casa. This is a 6th last time up in Class 3. What have you made of his chances?
Well, Zach Purton aboard as well. He'll go in the numbers, not on the win line, but look, as you say, that throat surgery's obviously been a success there. And this is up against Happy Fat Cat et al, and he wasn't too far away here. This is a lot easier.
He's had a quiet trial since it starts too. So the selections for the 3rd.
Go with Thesis. He was unlucky at his last start. We'll see if he can bounce back in this one. California Moxie. Flying Road. Now, he should get a perfect run from barrier 4. Hugh Bowman aboard, and then Written Casa. 1:11.42.
Thesis, the key. The better run to him winning race number 3 for Paul. And on to race number 4 now. This race is over the 1650 also and is a Class 4. Supreme Agility on the class drop, and he raced on Sunday. Mighty Commander coming off a last start placing. Dashing Dragon can't draw a gate. He goes up in trip. Red Majesty, 9-time course and distance winner. Deal Completed has the blinkers off. Jumbo Fortune badly held up last time. And Cosmo Navigator, Paul, he's having a spin over the 1650.
Yeah, like his win was over the straight 1,000. So we'll see where he does end up. He's been going back in his races, but more than easy. He could lead if he wanted to. But Red Majesty's got the pace from barrier 1. Dragon Star's been going forward. He's got plenty of pace. Deal Completed has led over a similar distance at Sharton. Mighty Commander, Jumbo Fortune should get a better run this time. Simple Edge, a little bit tricky for Atomic Beauty. You'll need to slot in somewhere. And as you say, there is a query over Cosmo Navigator, whether he does go forward over this longer trip.
Dragon Star is our focus. Nick with his rider, Karis Teeton.
Karis Teeton, Happy Valley coming up on Wednesday night. You've teamed up with one of your old pals, if you will, in the shape of Dragon Star. This will be the 16th time you'll ride him. He went very close again last time.
Yeah, Nick, he ran great last time. Sort of just got beat on the line. I thought it was a great effort from the horse. Yeah, looking forward to riding him again. He's a warrior, you know.
He certainly is. I mean, he hasn't been with Me Choi very long, but he's done a good job with him, hasn't he, so far?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he left Pierre sort of still been running well, and of course, Mitchell has done a great job to sort of taking his great form over. And like I said, last time he felt great. I thought he did nothing wrong. Just got beat by a horse that had every chance. And I think if he goes to races with the same form and get a softer run, it might just work out in his way.
How much is gate 10 going to affect that expected softer run, do you think? I mean, obviously it's a little bit tricky from out there, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a horse that gets himself rolling. He either lead or gets himself in the first two. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of speed in the race. So from that draw, you just leave him and let him get into his rhythm. I think he enjoyed that better, where he can use himself and build up from there on.
We're probably expecting quick ground once again. It has been in the last few meetings. His last two runs have both been on that good to firm ground, and he's handled it well. In your opinion, does he go as well on that as he does the sort of the good ground? I mean, he seems to handle the quicker surface, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think the quicker surface is more favourable for him, because he can run the time, this horse, if you let him run. So yeah, the last few meetings I've seen the track's been running like that. So let's see how it goes on Wednesday.
And just finally, Karis, I know we're a little way off, obviously, but we are closing in on the end of the season, to be precise. The off-season for you looks relatively busy when you're going off to the Shergar Cup. Just a quick line on that. That's exciting. Yeah,
it's something that I've always wanted to do. One thing I can tick off my list. Always wanted to ride at Ascot, so riding at the Shergar Cup, it's a great opportunity. Just looking forward to be there.
There is a Karis. As we move on, Paul, to Mighty Commander running third, also Stormy and Deal completed out of this replay. Hugh Bowman, Casper Founds, good draw of barrier number 3, Mighty Commander, and the win was over the distance of 1650, so course distance and grade.
Yeah, look, he's the one to take out of this race. He should get this good run just in behind the pace. Mighty Commander with Hugh Bowman aboard, barrier number 3. So look, he finished off nicely enough in this race with a lot better run. He could feature, so he goes in the numbers.
And one more to have a look at. It's To Infinity. He has a 7 next to his name, but he's starting to work back down in the ratings, which is where he generally performs best. 5-time course and distance winner. He
is. So look, he might just need to drop a couple more rating points to Infinity. He has got barrier number 2. This 7th wasn't too far behind Happy Daily either. So, yeah, 42 rating at this stage. If he drops down into Class 5, then I think he's a massive chance down there.
And that is the replays for race number 4. What are the selections?
Well, I think it's wide open, this race. So one of the horses we saw in that interview was Simple Hedge. Was a lot better run from him. He's won off a 67 rating. He's down to 57 now, so he's such a well-rated horse. We'll take a chance with him. At a price, Dragon Star be on the pace, Mighty Commander behind, and Atomic Beauty will just need some luck from a wide draw. 3-7-2-9.
And that is the preview for the 4th, the first leg of Wednesday night 6 Up. Trophy race number 5, the running of the Sports Club Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup. And it's over the 1,000. Happy United, no luck from the draw last time, loves 1,000 metres, as does Sergeant Pepper. Harmony Fire has the cheek pieces off, the blinkers on, and the crossover noseband goes back on. The 5 is having its first start off the back of 4 trials. Still not sure how to say it. Happy Boys has a wider draw, and Savvy Twinkle, he has Zach Purton on board for Frankie Lord. Day Victory, Paul comes up in grade with 2 wins at his last 2 starts.
Yeah, look, there's plenty of pace in this race. Happy United likes to go forward. Victory 33 likes to go forward. Spicy Spangle, Sergeant Pepper. Lean Masters back to 1,000 metres. He's never led over 1,000 in his whole career. He's led plenty of times over 1,200 easily, though. So he'll just need a bit of luck. Majestic Delight comes into the race. Day Rich. Sabby Twinkle should get the race run to suit with a bit of pace in. La Memento, Happy Boys, and Size Ring towards the back.
Size Ring, is it?
We'll go with that.
That'll do. We'll try and find out before.
What have you called it in the trials?
Zering.
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 Okay.
All sorts of different things.
Well,
Anyway,
we might have to ask that one.
we might indeed. Here's one man who'll be hoping it's not being called the winner on Wednesday night because he trained Savvy Twinkle at Snick with Frankie Law.
Frankie Law, you haven't got too many runners on Wednesday night's card, just 3, I believe, but 2 of them look like decent chances. One of them is Savvy Twinkle for sure. What do you make of him? Zach Purton rides. He's only had 1 go course and distance, but he looked good.
Yeah, last time he went good, same distance, and last time I think the draw is a bit better. This time he draw 9, but anyway, I think the pace will be fast. I think just jump first to see, yeah.
And last time out, obviously, he was just run down late, wasn't he, by Super 60, who looks like an in-form horse. So the form looks pretty good.
Yes, the form looks good. So this time to see Seth can help me or not.
Interesting you mentioned that, because that was my next question. You and Zach Purton have got a very healthy strike rate this season. You've teamed up for 15 wins so far. I guess always a positive getting Zach on board.
Yes, you know, sometimes I ask him, he will pick the right one. So that's why he got a 15 winners for me.
There is a Frankie talking Savvy Twinkle. Paul, we move on to winning form around Spicy Spangle over the 1,000. Harmony 5, Victory 33 and Sergeant Pepper. He's trialled well since this race, Sergeant Pepper, but his form's only so-so of late.
Yeah, he's another one that pop up at big odds. Jockeys, International Jockeys Night, he won at a big price from a wide draw, but he's drawn 1, so he'll get his chance. Spicy Spangle did win this race quite well here. You can see him there. I thought Victory 33, since this, he's had a run, and it was a better run from him.
That is that replay. And finally, it's Class 5 form, but this horse has certainly improved since he's been down there. He's won his last 2 over the 1,000 metres. It is harder here, lighter weight coming up in grade. Do you give him a show in Class 4?
Well, he won at Barrier 1 and Barrier 4. He's got to do it from Barrier 8 up in class. So there's a little bit against him in that respect. He's won his last 2 well enough, so he's in career best form. I didn't get him in the numbers in the end, but look, if he ran well, you wouldn't be surprised.
He comes with 2 1s next to his name, so he's not in, but who is?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the 11 on top here. I think he can run pretty well, which is Savvy Twinkle. We did hear him in the interview there with Frankie Law. Victory 33 from the front. Happy United will be at the front too, so bit of pace orientated. Well, Fro Majestic Delighted was a good run 2 starts ago when he ran that 3rd. A little bit disappointing last time, but back to 1,000 metres. That was over 12. We'll see if he can bounce back. 11, 9, 1 and 4.
That is the preview for race number 5. It is the first leg of the Triple Trio. Focus on race number 6 now at Happy Valley. It's a 1,200 metre Class 4 with Thriving Brothers going up in trip. Super 60, last start winner over the 1,000, extra £4 on his back. Candlelight Dinners won a Happy Valley trial. Loving Vibes, he carries an extra £8 for that last start win. Gallant Rex, 5 trials. Glorious Rider has had 6 trials ahead of his debut. Legend Star coming back in distance. And My Intelligence won twice over the Happy Valley 1,200 metres, Paul, and it's Candlelight Dinner leading.
Yeah, he's got plenty of pace, Candlelight Dinner. From an inside draw, I think he can cross Nebraskan, who's no one that likes to go forward. Loving Vibes sat handy when he won last start. My Intelligent likes to go forward, but it's drawn wide. Thriving Brothers will get his opportunity with Super 60. Draco back there with Gameplay Elite. Now, the first starters, both Gallant Rex and Glorious Rider, have both gone back in their trials.
Loving Vibes, good winner last time, extra weight this week. My Intelligent 4th, he's not normally too far away, but barrier number 6 for Loving Vibes, so better draw than what he had here. His chances of back-to-back wins.
I think he can go back-to-back because, look, this wasn't a fluke. He'd been building up to this win. He'd been placed a few times at Sha Tin, had 1 run at Happy Valley behind Fatal Blow when he was close up. Look, he was running second to horses like Flash Current, Ballistic Win, so he did come out of really strong form races. I think he can go back-to-back.
That is the winner then. Means we're playing minors for the next replays at best. Super 60 winning over 1,000 metres last time. He's a horse that is not going to be concerned about the step up in trip because he has won over the 1,200.
I think he's better over 1,200 actually. So, look, he's the Quinella horse for me, Super 60. He should get like barrier 5. He's got 7 pounds off his back as well. Alice Wong did ride him when he won his last start here, so he does know the horse very well. So look, with a horse in good form, back to 1200 looks ideal.
All right, so we're going for 3 in a row here. We've got the winner Loving Vibes. Super 60 is the Quinella horse. This horse is racing very well with placings at his last several starts. Nebraskan. Is he in for third?
No. But look, he'll get his opportunity, I think, Nebraskan. He should have won a race by now. He's a 17 start maiden. Again, he could entertain him on a place line, but he's hard to have on a win line. He's looked like he's going to win a couple of times this one. He'll get his opportunity once again from barrier number 1. But look, I just thought he was a little bit one pace going to the line here.
A pretty ordinary trial too between runs from him going back to last week, Nebraskan. So he's not in. We're going 6-2 and then who and who?
We're going to go Draco in there for third. He's getting down in the ratings a bit, Draco, and he can pop up. And then Thriving Brothers. This horse was a better run for 6 behind Parents Love last start. Didn't get all the favours, and he's drawn barrier number 3 coming in. I thought they could just put him to sleep there, 3 back on the inside. 6-2, 11 and 1.
Loving Vibes for Paul to make it 2 in a row and take race number 6. The first of the Class 3s is race number 7. Barriers will be at the 1200. Sugar has the blinkers off. Wider draw for Beauty Infinity. King Moles wears a hood for the first time. Victory Sky, 2 starts, 2 placings, course and distance. Beauty Glory is back in trip. Lopan Spirits on best friend terms with the outside fence again from the draw. Tyre Victory is eligible for Class 4. Harmony and Bless the leader here. Paul, a couple of noted speedsters in this race though.
Yeah, Liner likes to go forward. Beauty Glory definitely likes to go forward, so he might get outside Harmony and Blessed. But I just thought Harmony and Blessed over the 1200 would have the superior pace. Another Zonda was handy last start. King Miles has been going back from wide draws. I think he'll be a lot closer. Poor old Lopan Spirit's drawn wide once again, so he might be stuck wide there. And Victory Sky would be a little bit closer, I think, than he was last start.
And Victory Sky is our focus. Here's Nick with his pilot, Derek Long.
Derek Lung, you've got a very nice ride coming up on Wednesday night in the shape of Victory Sky. It's been agonising watching him, Derek. He's gone so close, and he went very close again last time.
Yes, well, last time I had an outside draw, so why him a little bit quiet, but he still won very strong. This time we draw 5, so we don't have to be dragging him back to the last. So we just want him quiet with seeing him around midfield. I'm sure he will finish good.
And is that going to be key, do you think, Derek? I mean, the fact he's got that better draw now as well, that's obviously going to be a big help to him, isn't it?
Yes, the draw will help him a lot. You know, he's not a horse jump and go handy. It's not the bossy horse, but behind bossy, it's a very good position for him.
Last time out when he was just beaten by Kaholo Angel, you were sort of split by the width of the track. I guess if anything, maybe you and the horse didn't see Kaholo Angel up the inside, but I mean, he's got a really good turn of foot, this horse, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, when he let him kick up, he got bigger action. You know, he just need time to wind him up, and he was going along.
He's a horse, Derek, who's only had the 9 runs here, so he's still quite lightly raced against some of these. How much more improvement do you think there is to come from him?
Every time he has a slightly improvement, but his fitness is getting better and better.
And that is Derek talking Victory Sky. Paul, King Miles a little light. Victory Sky has gone close since he switched across to Happy Valley. Beauty Infinity is not too far away. Is it a case of a 2-horse race, Victory Sky and King Miles?
Look, it's hard to say that, isn't it? I mean, especially at Happy Valley, because you need a lot of luck in the running in it. But look, they do look the standout ones on form. King Miles, last couple of seconds from wide draws, drawn a lot better. So between the 5 and the 6, look, I have got them as the Quinella horses.
And that means we've got one more replay to have a look at before we find out from Paul who is on top. It's Beauty Glory running second, another Zonda 10th. He's improved another Zonda despite the 10 next to his name in this race. And the drop back in distance for Beauty Glory to the 1200 at the Valley, will that assist?
Yeah, look, it could well do. He's going to put himself right on the pace, Beauty Glory. I think over the 1200, it's not going to be a problem for him. He's a 2-time winner over 1200 metres. He'll be in the right place, Beauty Glory. So, look, he'll go in the numbers. And as you say, another Zonda is a very improved horse as well. So he's another one you can entertain on a minor line as well. This was one of his... He's improved a lot since this, and his last start at Happy Valley I thought wasn't too bad.
And that's our Final replay for race number 7. Which way did you go in the end?
Went Victory Sky to beat King Miles. He was just beaten at his last start. Another Zonda and Beauty Glories. I think we've covered them all. 6, 5, 7, 8.
And that is race number 7, the first leg of the late treble. Race number 8 now. This is a good field, this one. It's Class 3 over the 1650. Sky Trust, wide draw, top weight, smart horse. America Spexo's won his last 2. Dragon Joy comes across to Happy Valley for the first time. Shadow Roll is off. King of Fighters and Prestige Always both up in trip. We've got Good Luck Babe, a winner 2 starts ago, but it was in Class 4. And Super Unicorn now with Mark Newnham, and the blinkers go on for the first time, Paul.
Yeah, there's a bit of pace in this race. I think Good Luck Babe will have to come across from his draw to get to the front and just go on with it. He is drawn barrier number 10. Harold Wynn has got a perfect draw up to 1650. King of Fighters, another one up in trip. Star Contact likes to go forward. Super Unicorn can get a good run. Nice and quiet. Kalachi, then Dragon Joy, first time here in the Valley. Sky Trust is the query because he's drawn 12 with a big weight. What do they do with that?
We'll talk more about Sky Trust shortly after we hear from the rider of the Inform, America Spexo. It's Nick with Andrea Razzani.
Andrea Razzani, a real transformation we've seen in America Spexo. He's going to the well once again, but his last couple of runs have been very good and seems to relish the 1650 now.
Yeah, obviously he won over 1650 with a neat enough bottom weight, and then he backed up, last time, and obviously the handicap put him up £6, and very similar scenario to the time before when he won. The race sort of set up quite similar, and he won again. So he's a very straightforward horse, although he's, 1650 is actually, really maximum trip. So he's just, you have to sort of try to time it right. He's not a horse you want to get it 2 down and get on with it. He's got a bit of a turn of foot, but you have to sort of use it later on. And it's worked out quite nicely the last twice, so hopefully he can go again tomorrow night.
I know you've only ever won on him over this trip, but has the general consensus perhaps from John and the team been that he's maybe settling a bit as he gets older and now he is getting that distance?
Well, he kept running well over 1200. I'd say if there was 1400 metre races at the Valley, he would have won a bit more by now. He's sort of in no man's land, really. 1200 sometimes would be too sharp for him. 1650 can't be a little bit far for him. So, but because those are the 2 trips he can run at the Valley, but he's run very well over 1200. I think early on he was maybe a little bit keen, so I think he needed that fast pace to switch him off and get him to come on. But now he's a lot more relaxed, and you can sort of put him anywhere in the race, and he's been hitting the line quite nicely.
He's up to a mark of 73, so needs to obviously give a little bit more. But as you say, he never really wins by too far, and neck his last twice, so he's always saving that little bit for himself, perhaps.
Sure, I think he went up another £6, so he's still in Class 3. Obviously, he's carrying more weight, but. Hopefully we can get, if we can get a similar scenario tomorrow night. Like I said, it's not a horse. It's a horse that you won't see him until later on, and needs safe ground. And it's a horse that likes a bit of space up the straight too. So if everything works out, he should be competitive again.
That's Andrea talking America Spexo. Paul, we move on to Harold Wynn, who's very good around the minor money. He's yet to win one in this grade. 1400 metres at Sha Tin last time. 1650 this week. He does get a good draw, and he has been to Happy Valley before.
I don't know, up to 1650 is going to be totally ideal for him. He's by Swiss Ace, this horse, but look, he's got the light weight. He's off the 61 rating. Barrier number 1 for him here. He's just such a consistent horse, but he sneaks up the ratings. He's come up from Class 4 to Class 3 without winning, and that just worries me a little bit. And saying that he'll get every opportunity from barrier number 1 right in behind. He's hard to leave out because he's such a consistent horse.
And that is Harold Wynn. Our next replay is another one going to the 1650 for the first time, but he's bypassing the 1400 and going straight from the 12, and he has been a bit costly lately, in fact, the entire time he's been here.
He has. King of Fighters we're talking about here. And look, Zach aboard, he's drawn 8. He'll probably put himself right in the race coming up to the 1650. Now, he's one that probably is bred for the 1650, though, and the way he finished off here, you look like further the better for him. I'm sure Zach's probably recommended them that they go up to 1650 with him.
Dragon Joy is a newcomer to Happy Valley, but he has had a trial there, and this is it. Has a 7 next to his name. He was in heavy traffic, and he's a nice enough horse, this one.
He is, and look, he went up winning that restricted 3-year-old. He went quite up high in the ratings. He's coming here to the Valley for the first time. There's nothing wrong with his trial. It was just a nice, quiet trial for him. It's just how he handles the occasion on race day. But again, he looking there, there was no issues as far as I could see anyway.
Is Dragon Joy. And just a quick word on Sky Trust. This is his recent gallop down the back straight at Sha Tin.
Yeah, look, 135 barrier 12 was just a concern with him. I don't know what they're going to do tactics-wise with him. He's been in the Valley once and has been placed.
Keen in that track work too. Wanted to throw the head around. So a wide draw for him. Your top 4 for race 8.
Going to go with a bit of value, I think, in this race with the sturdy Ruby. He should get the race run to suit down the bottom. He's been finishing off really strongly in his races. Harold Wynn from the good draw, King of Fighters, up and trip, and Embraces. He's a very consistent horse as well, and he'll get back from barrier 11. So a couple from the back, couple from the front. 9, 12, 6, 3.
Manfred Mann, fresh off a Sha Tin double at the weekend with a win for Paul in race number 8 with Sturdy Ruby. The last is race number 9, and Happy Fat Cat's in again, and he's racing really well. He's won 2 of his last 3. He's won 9 overall. Power Cap's won 2 from 3 for the new stable. Superb Boy ran 4th at his only time at Happy Valley. Eason has a tongue tie going back on. Golden Rise also wears a tongue tie for the first time, and Everstar comes back into Class 3 with a win next to his name, Paul.
Plenty of pace in this with Happy Fat Cat, who's been jumping so well recently. Superb Capitalist is drawn wide. He's going to have to come across from that wide draw and just press on. Otherwise, he's going to be 4 wide. Nuclear Zor's got pace. Superb Boy should get that perfect run in behind. Power Cap could be a little bit tricky for him. The Red Hare is a horse that comes into the race. He'll be looking for a bit of cover. Dragon Forces will get his chance. So will Everstar and Sovereign Fun, because they like to go back. And Eason, he'll go all the way back, I think, from 12.
Interview time for race number 9. The focus is the Red Hare, and we hear from the trainer with the chin hair. It's Frankie Law.
Frankie Law, you introduced an interesting newcomer in the last race on Wednesday night, the Red Hare. He's had 3 runs in Australia, 2 wins. What type of horse is he? Have you been pleased with what he's done so far?
For me, he's a little bit nervous in the morning, but when he starts to cantering, he's really good, very quiet. And now I think he needs to learn a little bit more. But in the trial, I tried him 5 times already. He tried good. He's not really good, but he's good, yeah.
Talking of those trials, I mean, I went back and had a look at his trial at Happy Valley. I mean, he was under a tight hold. He certainly worked his way around the course well, didn't he?
Yes, that's why I first start put him in Happy Valley. Usually, Happy Valley, the way is a bit weaker than Sha Tin, yeah.
He's running here off a marker 67, always a tough introduction in Class 3. I guess it's where he has to start. Do you think he's the right type of horse that can make up into sort of a Class 3 horse here in Hong Kong?
I think he's okay, 67. Unfortunately, tomorrow night the draw a little bit awkward, draw 9. But anyway, we need to try, yeah.
You mentioned that nervous energy. I noticed you've got the earmuffs and the tongue tie on. Has that played any part in putting that headgear on?
Yes, that's why I put the earplugs for him. Before I just try everything for him, I think earplugs should be make him calm down a little bit more, yeah.
There he is, Frankie Law, talking the Red Hare. We move on to Power Cap, Paul, and he's flying this horse. Got a perfect run this night, barrier number 8 this week. He's had better draws recently for the new stable, but can't fault the way he's going.
No, he's going well. There's no question. 1, 2 of his 3, but he's a 7-year-old now. I'm not sure how long he can keep it up. And look, there's plenty of pace underneath him. I think he's going to be trapped wide. So look, I was happy to watch him. I just wondered if he's had his wins, this horse. Just managed to hang on here. Another couple of strides, he would have got beaten, I think.
Happy Fat Cat, just when you think he's had all of his wins, he comes out and does this. Barrier number 235 pounds, and his best mate partners him again, Antoine Hamlin.
Yeah, he does. Look, he hasn't carried 135. He's carried 132 before, and he was beaten there. So he has to carry this big weight. And I think he's going to get pressure from Superb Capitalist, who will come across from his wide draw. He fights. There's no question. He's a 9-time winner. He's been a fantastic horse. But he's another one. I just wonder if he's had his birthday this year.
This is one of yours, Everstar. Class 4 winner last time. He has raced in Class 3, but he's been an improving type, and Class 4 has further helped that. Is he going to bring that form back up in grade?
I think he had 3 goes in Class 3 before he dropped down, and then he started to hit form. So there's no reason why he can't come back up to Class 3 and perform, I don't think, especially the way the race is going to be run. I like him because there's a lot of pace in this race and he can finish off strongly. He's got the light weight. He's got 15 pounds less to carry than Happy Fat Cat, for example.
And one more to have a look at. 4 of them come out of this replay. Sovereign Fund has been in good form. A winner 2 starts ago down in grade and backed it up with his best run in this company last time. Who do you like out of this race 638?
I think the Superb Boy's really well rated now. He's one off 73s off at 72 running, but he's been placed off 84 in the past. So this was his first go at Happy Valley, and he seemed to handle it okay. From a low draw, I think he can just get a nice run in behind. And Dragon Forces didn't have too much rub of the green there as well, so we'll include him.
But it's Everstar again.
Yeah, we'll go with him. Stick with him. He was good to us last time, and look, I think he's more than capable of winning here at the bottom of Class 3. Superb Boy, Dragon Forces, and look, Romantic Sun. He's got barrier number 3. I think he can go 3 back on the inside, and it was a strong win from him. 3 starts ago in this grade, so he is capable in Class 3. 11, 5, 9, and 6.
That's the Valley on Wednesday night. 9 races. We're on the C course, and post time for the opener is 6:40.